We're going to open the almond and amaretto cake. So here's the almond and amaretto cake, which I think is homemade, and we're just going to try some of this now. Have I got it around my mouth? It's actually very moist, like more moist than I was expecting, actually, and it's very tasty. I would say maybe a little bit sweet for me, but that's probably just my personal taste. And I've got it with a nice cup of coffee and some alcohol-free red wine. So got all myself set up. I've got my knitting, and this is how far I've got with my scarf. Now I decided not to follow the pattern in the book because I tried it again, the knit 2, purl 2 on the same row, and I can't really get my head around it. I was finding it a little bit too complicated, so I've just gone for a straight knit, and I'm just going to knit this up into a scarf. I might do a colour change part way through and do a third of the grey, a third pink and a third then grey. So that's what I might do. I'm not 100% decided on the colours yet. So I'll record again tomorrow and I'll see you then. Good morning. I just wanted to nip on very quickly before we went out to tell you where we're going and what we're going to be doing today. So this morning we went for a little run around we ran down the street, and then we ran, there was a statue and just a little garden area, and it had like a little circuit you could run around, and so we ran around that a few times and then ran back, and it's about 10:30 now, all ready to go out. We're going to go to Berwick today and see what we can see there. We've not really got any firm plans. We know we're just going to have some lunch there and just go and see what's around. So yeah, no specific thing that we're going to go and see there. But my mum has been, and she said that she thought I might like it there. So just quickly, what I'm wearing today is just a ready to wear jumper from M&S, which I got quite recently actually. Now I wanted a Christmas jumper because I didn't have any Christmas jumpers, but I didn't want anything that was too Christmassy that I couldn't wear other times of the year. So I chose this one, and it's black and cream, and I'm just wearing it with some black jeans. And hopefully today I'll be able to take a little bit more footage. Yesterday on the beach it was just so cold, so I only got like a couple of snaps. But hopefully I'll be able to show you some of Berwick and do some recording. So I'll see you a bit later. It's evening time. It's nearly 4:30, and we've just got home from going to Berwick and Eyemouth, and now Ben is going to come and join me on camera to show you his shirt. So here's Ben, and it's our wedding anniversary today, isn't it?
Yeah.
13 years we've been married today. So what do you think of your shirt?
Yeah, it's very nice. Very long and unexpected, seeing as I didn't know I was getting it.
I know, it's a nice surprise, wasn't it? I thought you might have guessed that I was making him his shirt, but I kept it a really good secret, and he was very shocked when I said that I'd got him a present, and then he found out it was a shirt.
Yeah, you could have wrapped it.
I could have done, couldn't I? Instead I hid it underneath the covers and said, I've got a surprise for you underneath the covers. So yeah, thanks for joining me on camera.
Okay.
So it was really nice of Ben to join me on camera because he doesn't really like to be on film. Advent calendar day number 5, and let's see what we've got. Oh, here it is. Something a little bit rattly, but I can't work out what it could be. So this is going to be a surprise today. They're clips. I've forgotten what they're called. Are they called crocodile clips? Anyway, they're really useful. I use these actually rather than pins for quite a few things, especially things going through the overlocker. Now, I used to watch, I don't think she does vlogs anymore, but I used to watch Voice of a Creative. I love her channel. Yeah, she was one of my favourites. And she had a situation where she put a pin through her overlocker, and I think she either caused some damage. I think she caused some damage to her overlocker. So she recommended using these when you're sewing with the overlocker, and I think that is just such a good suggestion. So I've always done it since watching Keeley. They're really useful. Oh, I forgot to share what I'm wearing tonight because we're going out for dinner. My husband laughed because he was saying that all our holidays revolve around food and where we're eating, which is very true. So yeah, I'm wearing my batwing dress today, and I'll just stand up and show you. And I'm wearing the jewellery that I got from a shop in Leicester after I'd been to the dressmaker's ball. So yeah, I'm wearing my matching earrings and the matching necklace. And I'm going to wear tights and my patent Doc Marten boots. So in terms of knitting, I've just done a couple more rows since I showed you yesterday evening. But the exciting thing about the knitting is, I don't know if I mentioned this, but when I've been knitting before, one of the things that I've really struggled with is correcting any mistakes. And yesterday I was halfway through a row and I put my knitting down, and then when I picked it up they'd switched positions, and then I started knitting in the wrong way. I should have known really because of the needle that the yarn was on, but I didn't know about that. So I started knitting the wrong way and then realised, and then had to undo it. So I very carefully unravelled it down to the next row, and then I managed to get the knitting needle through all of my stitches. The first time I'd actually missed a stitch, so I had to ease it back out and then put it back through, and I picked up the missing one. And I don't think I've missed any, so I was really happy that I actually made a mistake. Not that I made a mistake, but that after making a mistake I was able to correct it. So I'm back again just to explain a little bit about the videos that I took. So some of them have got talking on them and some of them haven't, and it might be a little bit stop and start because I just took like little snippets of the things that I found interesting. We went to Berwick and we had a walk around the town centre and to the front, and we just looked around for somewhere to eat, and we found a place by the river. So we just walked from the car park down through the town centre and next to the river. Oh look, just caught a bird. I thought it was going to take off then, but it didn't. And we've decided to eat in this restaurant here. The lighting's a bit funny. It's called the Chandlery. Is that how you say it? Chandlery, yeah, I think so. And we found a place by the river. We thought we might be able to sit in there and look out. It looked a lot bigger, but the actual eating place was quite small. But it was absolutely gorgeous. So I had an open crab sandwich, and it came with some salad and some crisps, and it was delicious. And Ben had a Coronation chicken panini, which he enjoyed. I've never heard of a Coronation chicken panini before, but I think it was quite popular because we heard other people talking about it. And then we had a fruit scone each. I like my jam first and then the cream, and Ben had his cream first and then the jam. Let me know which one you prefer, cream first or jam first, and then we can have a little bit of a competition and see whether people prefer it my way or Ben's way. And it was the nicest fruit scone I think I've ever had. Nicest scone, period, actually, I've ever had. It was so nice. It was such a nice consistency and texture, and it was nice and warm, and yeah, it was lovely. So we've just found this, the Lowry Trail, and so there's a connection with Manchester, and there's a little ginnel here. So this is called Doris, and she's recycled out of things from the shop, and I think she's brilliant. She's even got feathers in her hair. Isn't she beautiful? So here's the town hall. They do tours of it in summer, but not in the winter time. And here's the town centre. We walked back to our car, and we were going to walk from the car park to the beach because it was signposted from the car park to the beach, but it just started raining, so we decided instead to go to Eyemouth because my mum had told me that you can go and see seals there. So we drove along the coast, and it's over the border into Scotland. So here's Eyemouth, and it's just started raining. It's very, very windy. But the sea looks absolutely beautiful. Little park. And over there's the harbour, I think. It's blowing a hoolie. There were some rocks in the distance, and the waves were crashing over them, and we saw some dogs playing along the beach. And then we walked down the pier, and Bernard thought he could see a seal near the pier, and then when we got close we saw one. We saw it poke its head up and then go down, and then we saw it again a little bit further into the harbour. So I've taken some footage of the seal so you can see that. And it was very cold in town. We then went for just a drink, and we were overlooking the beach, so we could see the sea from where we were drinking our coffee. And then on the way back we saw another dog on the beach, and this was just like our dog. We had a Pomeranian cross papillon called Pixie, and I'll put a picture in of our Pixie, and this little dog just reminded us of our Pixie. So I took a little bit of footage of the dog playing on the beach, and it was playing fetch with a stick, but Pixie, she didn't play fetch, but yeah, it was really nice to see a little dog like ours. When we were at the little cafe, we had some drinks, and then the owner came over to us. She gave us some free scones, and we got 2 cheese ones and a fruit one. And she said because she was going to be closing within the hour, and she said she won't sell them. So yeah, we got some free scones, which was really nice of her. So we're going out tonight for dinner at the Dirty Bottles, and it's they have a nice little restaurant there. That's the place we went to on our first night on Friday night, and we just decided to go back there and have our dinner there tonight. Thanks for joining me on day 5 of Vlogmas. I really do appreciate everybody who's watching. I know there's lots of vlogs out there for you to watch, and if you're taking the time to watch mine, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!